stuck in a Rachel?
Me? I can't see Rachel from the angle that I'm on. Hundred and six, 107, 108. Okay. So we have a skeletal structure that we call the musculoskeletal system. We forgot that the skeleton has blood flow, blood supply, nerve endings, and the muscles attach along the skeleton bones. Bones are living things, they're not like hard things. So when we do this, or we do this, we're actually massaging the bone, okay? So anytime we do any of these things, we're actually treating the bones. Now, what does the bone marrow do? The bone marrow produces both red and white blood cells. Red and white blood cells. So when we do the body drumming, all these things are for the bones. And there's an internal vibration from the outside that goes inside. So we not only get the skin, we get the interstitial fluid, we get the fatty tissue layer, we get the muscles, the bones, and the bone marrow. Now, if you're in a happy place, what happens to your red and white blood cells? They proliferate. And when you're in an unhappy place, guess what happens to your bone marrow? It shrivels and shrinks. What happens to your red and white blood cells? They stop producing. So anytime there's a threat to your safety or security, or even a perceived threat, such as an abusive situation, the immune system shrinks up. And this is what happens to little kids when they're in a orphanage or in a foster home, and they get this perceived threat to their safety or security. Their immune systems shrink and they shrivel, and it's not a good scene. So the adults in any situation have to create safety and security. But what if you're already an adult? You have to learn how to create safety and security for yourself. Now, we all know where the heart is. We all know where the brain is. Now, what's between the heart and the brain? You've heard me say it 100 times.
What?
The neck. You always get surprised. I ask the same question 100 times. So the neck is the connection. Now, what if you have back pain? All right? So the heart is in between the shoulder blades. So if you have pain in your back, or you have pain in the neck, we have the human self and we have the divine self. So where's the problem when you have a back pain in the middle of your back, or you get a neck pain? You're the pain in my neck. Is that a divine problem or is that a human problem? So you already know the answer. So you have to resolve the human issue so that the blood can flow and your immune system can then flourish. So how do you create this environment? This is how you do it. This is exactly how you create that environment. So I've been counseling people for 40 years. Yeah, it's been 40 years. And I tell people, you get into an issue at work, you go in the ladies' room, and you do this for 90 seconds. And then you come out and you're like, okay, now where were we in this conversation? So you can shift your own mood in 90 seconds. Wow. You could be full-blown, knockdown, drag-out battle, and yet Qigong can help you shift. Okay? So, since the neck is the issue, because when people get angry, what do? What did you say to me? What did you mean by that? Okay? And they pull up on their shoulders and they scrunch their neck up. So, obviously, chin down, chin up increases flow of cerebrospinal fluid into the brain. Okay, so chin up, chin down, shoots cerebrospinal fluid into the brain, which triggers your immune system. But if you're like this, then the blood can't flow. Okay? So we have the ability to shift ourselves out of any mood just through movement. Wow. So now we're going to put the chin on the chest. Put the chin on the chest and then go down like this. Can we get a close-up? Go down like this, out, chin up, and then pull it in. Chin down, chin out, chin up, come down. Chin down, chin out. So I'm going to be on the neck for a minute, so closer, close up. Okay, I can just come closer. Okay. So, chin down, chin up. Okay, now we're going to do the reverse. Tuck the chin in, point up, and now out. Okay, now I want you to look to the right. Try to touch your chin to your shoulder. And now look to the left. And you'll notice that you come closer on one side than the other side. So which side? Right side or left side?
Right.
Right? Okay, I come closer on the left side. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to lift the shoulder, drop, and now you're going to tuck your ear and then you're going to lift. Drop, lift, tuck the ear into the shoulder. Drop, lift, tuck the ear into the shoulder. So this is going to increase blood flow to your brain. That's our whole objective here. Yes, it's about the neck. Yes, it's about the cervical vertebrae. Yes, it's about the nerves for turning your head. But the ultimate objective is to increase blood flow to the brain. And you will notice after about 8 times, you're going to have more flexibility in touching your ear to your shoulder. Okay? Now, we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to lift and drop, and now you're going to turn your ear to the other side. And lift and drop. Drop, lift,